I can't blame them. I mean, they were obviously taken advantage of this evening. Things don't always cut your way here, and obviously they are victims of what just happened. And
Hillsborough, New Jersey.
Well, now we take it to Cowboy Pete Carter in the ring. I'm sure he has some things to talk about.
I was supposed to come out here and give you a preview.
No, shut your mouth right now. You shut your mouth right now. That's right. Every single week, we come out to this ring and we get embarrassed. And what do? What do? You just come out here and you talk about shirts. And it's not that it's our fault that we lose. It might have been the Golden Eras tonight. They hit us in the garage. And you know what? I think it's your fault too.
Guys.
I think it's your fault too. Every single week you come out after a match. And it's all your fault.
Calm down. Listen, you guys did really well. Hey, they did really well this week.
kind of robbed, if you ask me.
You guys came really close to winning. Come here. Hey, look, focus. You didn't get them this week. I believe you can do this. You can get them next week, all right? Next week is your week. I feel it, all right?
No. Next week is not going to be our week. Do you want to know why? Because you're right. We do have this. No, we might not have this tonight. But Tank, tonight's all yours, baby. Tonight is all yours. You got this, man. I swear, right? You got this. Whoever comes out there, you got this.
I think they're right. I think they have a point. I think Tank's going to set the record straight right now.
Well, there is certainly a wild card in Oliver, who is set to be the opponent of the Italian Tank.
Introducing from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, Oliver. And his opponent from Grace Ferry, the Italian Tank.
When you look at Oliver and you see how much size he's giving up, how much experience he's giving up, you just have to think, man, I really can't stand this guy. The nerve of him getting in the ring here when he's so outclassed. There we go. Crowd
Certainly some differential here between the two, and a little tussle of the hair of Isaac Taylor. But you need to focus, Oliver, on who's in the ring there, because that is 350 pounds plus of Italian Tank, although he's able to move out of the way to get things going. Now charging in, and it's like running into a brick wall.
Not the wisest decision.
Now back up to a vertical base. Scoop.
Everybody thinks they can mess with the Italian Tank? No.
And you can't mess with this man. Look at his might. He's manhandling Oliver, as was expected.
Now charging in, and nowhere for Oliver to go but down. And does so in a crumpled heap, trying to crawl back to his feet.
Sarcastically, the audience chanting Oliver, which is particularly mean, but I understand why.
Sarcastically? No, they're getting behind Oliver here. I mean, there is a lot to be said about Oliver. He is a former multiple-time tag team champion here in the MFPW. I mean, he's certainly does bring experience to the table, but you look at the Italian Tank, I mean, this is in his blood. His father wrestled here in the Monster Factory.
Well, I do agree with you. There is a lot to be said about Oliver. The problem is most of it negative. Not a lot of positives about the guy, and he's proving me right now.
Well, be that as it may, the Italian Tank in control here fairly early on in this contest, now with a right forearm. Oh, look at the torque to which he sends Oliver over.
That was beautiful. Beautiful display from the Tank.
I mean, it's hard not to disagree with that. It's
And the audience behind Tank, obviously.
somehow that may be left to interpretation. Meanwhile, some words with the audience on the outside is Isaac Taylor and Milton Malo as they cheer on their stalemate. Is just standing on the upper back of Oliver.
I can only think of one way to interpret that, which is Tank is awesome.
I would interpret that as a chiropractor appointment in the morning, but be that as it may, Tank continuing to show the dominance here in the early going, and then also adding insult to injury on the outside. Milton Malo and Isaac Taylor picking their shots as well.
That bully just swung at Milton for no reason. How could you get behind this guy? Bully move from Oliver, and now he's gonna get a lesson taught to him, and there we go. That's what happens to bullies around here in the Monster Factory.
I'll make sure to have those comments ready for Jake Manley and Liam Black. It's literally in their name, Broad Street Bullies. Meanwhile, cross body block caught by the Italian tag, and now up into a fireman's carry. But now a series of elbows, perhaps looking into a sunset flip.
The arrogance of Oliver here. The arrogance. Oh.
Oh, wait. Crucifix roll over here. 2, and
You gotta be kidding me.
down for 3.
What? What? He had the trunks. He had the trunks.
How can he have the trunks? His arms were
His
up
arms
in the
were
crucifix.
Crucifix, and then the trunks were to the left. You couldn't see it. I could see it. I'm right here. What a dastardly display of arrogance from Oliver. Yeah, and Milton's not wrong. Milton's not wrong at all.
If I know any better, I think you'd want to go join them up there.
What? Yeah, they're all they're doing is talking about how unfair they were treated. I think a normal-minded person here would say the same thing.